Hello there, Only One Kenobi here, Only One. So it's the Easter weekend, it's Saturday the 19th of April and this arrived today. And I'm going to open it for you. The cantina has one exterior section to it. And so this, I'm hoping, will add to that. I presume that is all that's part of this set, which is fine, it's great. I mean, to be honest with you, I'd be tempted to maybe buy, if I can do, maybe another one of these and fix it together. They've done other things in the past, Hasbro. They've done the Tanti 4 recently. You've got the Navarro Cantina there. Never felt really the urge to build on those. You could do that as well with the Light Freighter, the Imperial Light Freighter playset thing, diorama. But with this, I'd be more tempted. And I've got a lot of stuff, figures for Tatooine and droids and aliens that would work on the outside as well as the inside. So that would be really interesting to look at. For example, you know, things like this guy here. He's an exterior droid. He's a special edition character, but he would work in the streets of Mos Eisley just as well as, I don't know, the C7 droid. Exciting times, ladies and gentlemen. And I dare say maybe you could Easter egg you know, I know this is a Mos Eisley character, but she could maybe make an appearance. Who knows, man? It's awesome, isn't it? Really exciting. So anyway, enough waffle. Should we get this thing open? You get this Jawa, the Drunken Jawa, which is something I'm just going to keep that carded, man. I don't need any more Jawas. I've got tons of them. Yeah, it'll be a nice variant to keep in my carded collection. In here, this is my loose collection room. I'm an opener, but I do have a carded collection, and anything with a Star Wars badge is something I want to keep to go with my original VC 1.0. So what have we got in here? Let's have a look. These are the instructions, obviously. Goes without saying, doesn't it? Oh, hang on a minute. Did we get that included? How about that? You see, I was just at Star Wars Echo Base Live, and I regretted not picking up one of them from Ian Butler, who's a 3D printer. I've got this one here, which was made by Daniel Char. He handmade that. That's not 3D printed. But look at that. Look at how well he's done that. Very talented man, Daniel. But I'm going to compare that with whatever this one is here. There's step one there. We'll look at that later. It looks very simple. Ajawa Brinky. Got one of them as well. That's exciting. There's the power box there. I forgot that this came with it. I'm so glad. Because I was really gutted that I didn't pick up one of them from Ian at Echo Live. But let's just check we're not opening this the wrong way. Here are all the accessories again that come with it. It's pretty cool. When you look at it like that, there's not much there, is there? But this is going to be perfect, man, to have. I'm looking forward to getting the cantina stretched out. I don't know how many shelves it's going to take, but there's definitely one unit of the cantina, which is the external bit, the front entrance, which will be great to put things like that there, you know? And then to add to the external Tatooine Mos Eisley stuff, I've got this now, which is really exciting. And I'm going to add loads of aliens there. I've got a few things here which will go inside the oh, this is cantina stuff here, by the way. Can't wait to migrate that over there. But this fella will do outside. You know what I'm saying? Guys like him. Garin. Oh, what's he called? Yeah, Garindan. Sorry, nearly forgot your name, buddy. And then there's other droids here. These are just miscellaneous things here. You know, who would be good for outside? Hell, you could put any one of these. There's just droids and things like that you could populate the area with. Exciting, you know? And hats off to him, you know, Hasbro, well done for doing this stuff. This is the original. You can't get more original than, you know, Tatooine and Mos Eisley and all that kind of caper. So let's get this stuff open, huh? Oh, first and foremost, here is the carded Jawa. Nice to see it's unpunched. This Jawa is done correctly. The other one that came in the Kenobi set, whatever his name was, he had brown gloves, apparently, which is inaccurate for... Wow, look at his arms. You can see really who it is by that picture, can't you? I think he had brown hands, which he wasn't supposed to. He was supposed to have black or darker hands. But that's nice. It's a shame we didn't get that Jawa on the classic card back. With soft goods, that was the dream item I always had. Instead, they repacked one of the two Black Series Jawas, which, you know, Jawa Mos Eisley. Look at him, he just looks leathered, doesn't he? What's on the back of this? Ladies and gentlemen, please freeze frame that. I'm only going to zoom in on the English, I'm so sorry. Maybe I can, oh, you can see all of it there. Right, that's nice. Let's unpack the rest. Well, almost immediately I will say this, I'm very disappointed with how underweathered this is. Now this review, from all the excitement I have just expressed, is now going to go south, because that is really piss poor. They should have done better than that. That's disgusting, actually. Now, I've not watched anyone's review of this yet. I always like to save it for however when I receive something, I want a fresh perspective. That's really disappointing. As was that over there. What do you call it now? The Armourer's Forge would work better in the retro collection than it would in the TVC, because it's so plain and basic. You know? Your retro figures would look better with that. Now this... Now maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to meet us halfway. They're trying to have something that looks like it would in the 80s, but really it shouldn't be. This is the vintage collection, damn it. And you should be making stuff. I'm going to take you on a little tour of stuff that does look good. Like this thing here, weathered. Let's think of something that's, organic and real, like this Ronto. This comes from 1990, was it 97 at the very latest. Look at it. It's really good, that creature, actually. I never wanted that. When I bought it, I was like, blooming heck, that's way better than I expected. Look at this. Look at that rock that's been weathered. What happened here? That's pathetic. And then you've got this made by Daniel Chart. Look at it. He's made an effort to make that look like stone. That looks like plastic sculpted like stone. So I'm not impressed. Over here, there were some people who thought that this was maybe needed more, but I tell you what, that's got a hell of a sight more than this has. Disgusting. Not happy about that. So should we move on with the review and just fix it up, because, there'll be people, I've had them before in the comments and they've said, oh, you can do it yourself if you want it weathered. Well, I'm sorry, my friend. They should be doing it, because it should be looking the best it can be. And I'm not skilled enough. I don't do, art like that, my friend. I wouldn't want to spoil it and wreck it, but anyway. So we've got this here as well, whatever that is. It looks like steps to something. And we've got these here. I'm just going to start getting it together. Yeah, that's got a bit of weathering on it. It's been touched. So it's just a bit bizarre that they haven't... Look at that beautiful stonework there. All that needed was a dab, a little wash of something. I can't believe they haven't done that. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, that. It's too plain. What are they thinking? That we wouldn't notice? That we wouldn't care? Oh my God. Wow, what a wasted opportunity. Oh my God. So here we go. I'm going to construct this thing now. So I'm going to shut my mouth and I'm going to put it all together. Look at this. Stuff like that you can get from Ian. And then they've got this guy, Ojibwa, which is pretty cool. I love them. See them in The Mandalorian as well. And then there's this. I'll have to look at the instructions to see where that goes. I presume it goes... I don't know, I'll have to find out later. Yeah, let's have a look on the back. The door's already fixed on, so I don't have to worry about that. I'll have a look at that from the front in a minute. Ojibwa, that'll be there. Let's have a look at the door now. This will look cool, man. There you go. Is that just him, is it? Right. Yeah, on this page here, they're selling you what, more sets, basically, what you could do with more. So it says here, additional Streets of Mos Eisley playsets required. And it just shows you what you can do there. So pretty much I've done it already. It is what it is there. So, but what, I can't, sorry, excuse my stupidity. I think this needs to go, yeah. They need to go, there was no actual instruction for that piece. It's just, well, it is there, but they haven't shown you that you need to fix it on. They've given you two options there, so if you get more than one piece, you can have one step with a broken bit there and another step which doesn't have that, so you've got a little bit of variancy there, I guess. Is that why they've done that? There you go. Steps on now. Oh, I like it, man. I think it's great, but I can't understand why they've not done more weathering. And let's have a look at I'm looking at the instructions. These things here, I want that covered, so I'm assuming, where's that piece gone? Yeah, this might go on here or something, does it? I don't know. Let's find out. Where's what here? Aha, so you've got that there. You've got the archway. You can have that. It's nice to have an L shape sometimes on shelves. If you've got, like, for example, over there, the Tanty 4, I've done it. You've got a corner. It's nice to kind of round things off a little bit. So I might end up doing that with this. You never know. There you go. You can have it like that, I guess. Oh, indeed. That bit could go here, could it not? No, there's no way you can put that there. You could have it here like that. You could do that, I guess. And then this, do whatever you want with it. I'll go back to how it was with the original assembly plan. Right, I'm going to have it probably like that to just fill up as much space as I can on the shelf. And when the cantina comes, maybe on the next shelf I'll have the external piece, which is nice actually. It's like the front entrance to the cantina, the iconic door and everything like that. I don't know what else to tell you. This thing here, does this go? Bear with me. The only way you can cover that is if you have it in an L shape, like that. Which I might do that, you know. Let's have a look at the instructions again. Oh man, they've just shown you how to have it across, right across. So I'd like to think maybe this would cover that. Let's have a look and see. Does it fit on there? No. That's crap as well, isn't it? Why doesn't that fit on there? Can I do that? Nah, that's a really bad design, that. What a crap idea. I mean, that's terrible. I mean, I don't want them. What? And this, you just lean it against the wall. I mean, on their example, they had it to the left of that one, so that would be just here. Just literally just like that. Well, that's all right and everything. Well, looks nice, but it's loose, isn't it? It would have been good if they designed that to cover this, and then it could still be lent on the wall of another thing. Yeah, I really don't know what to make of that. Here's the bit of a side-by-side Daniel chart versus Hasbro there. I'm glad that's the best bit of it, really. It's like, you know, yeah, these things, they just pile them up there. You have that like that, covering those things. I think really I owe it to myself to put this on the shelf, don't I, really? So I will do that right now, because otherwise, yeah, let's do it, folks. Here's the next problem. This is too big for these shelves. Now, I have measured the cantina. I did some, you know, I looked at the specifications for the cantina, and I think it's going to fit in here. It's just the booths, isn't it, really? And you've got the bar and stuff, and then there's the front entrance, but I think it's going to work. I've tried it in here. This is the widest. Actually, nah, it might fit in there. Hang on. Oh, no. Nah, it's just too tall for that. Let's have a look. How about this one? Nah, too tall. This one might be wide. This one might be... Yeah, it gets in on this shelf here, but I wouldn't want it that low. I'd want my Streets of Mos Eisley above. So, you know, I could change all the shelves, but I'm not going to do that. You know, it would fit on here, just above the Falcon, or below the Falcon, I should say. That's kind of... This is a bit like a Battle of Jeddah thing I've got going on here, only because they're two cool looking vehicles. And I have them right there. Like, I'm a big fan of Rogue One and stuff, so they're just there because it just, the ATST always look good there. It would work on this very top shelf here. I mean, all this is all relative, it's all Star Wars, but really I wanted this to go with the cantina. I'll work it out, folks. I'm sure it's not gonna keep you up at night, but even if I put it here, it'll be all right. I can't end the video like that, so I've just moved all that stuff down here. Let's just try putting it on a shelf at least. Yeah, this could work, man. Aha, look at that. You see, it only goes back as far as what stopped it there. The steps that side. So that's good. So you've got a bit of depth there. That's good. So if I put it like that, you could have characters going through. That looks like they're going into an alleyway or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. How about that? Wow, actually, I quite like that now. Wow, that I like. I'm glad I've done that, because now I've got it on the shelf. And there's a little bit of shadow. I like to film in natural light, folks, so you get a little bit of contrast natural light just casts a shadow, especially on detail like that, so it looks slightly better now. Quite like that now, that's all right. So that could be the start of it. It's a little bit of a Star Wars mock-up there. I mean, that just says Star Wars to me, so I could just have a bit of a mashup there and even put, could even be a little bit of Jeddah, you know what I mean? If I put that like that, it's looking better already, folks. Let's get some stormtroopers in there. Weathered stormtroopers at least. At least somebody's weathered in the picture. But the other thing I just wanted to say, because I forgot to mention it, is I opened that at Christmas and look at that. Look at that. That is rock work that has been weathered, painted. It looks more like stone than that. But again, I'm quite happy with how that looks now. It's got some things in front of it and, you know, sets it off a little bit better. Fills the space. Yeah, I quite like that. Do you know what? I think I might just keep that there. So scrap my plan about having it part of the cantina. That's just going to be a piece to fill my shelf. I love that, actually. That's what I'm going to do with this. It's not going to be part of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have all these are going to be cantina. I'm going to have the front entrance, then all the booths and the bar and everything, and that's just going to go there because it just looks good like that. So got potential. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. This really is the end now. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only One out.